If you want to see me swatch my birthday palette, the Natasha Denona Lila palette, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène and welcome back, or if it's your first time here on HMM Makeup, then welcome. I am so pleased to be bringing you this video. This is a video that I've been waiting for months to film. And why have I been waiting for months to film is because what I get to show you today and play with is my birthday palette. I have had this palette in the wings, so to speak, for, like I said, months. And today is my birthday being September 3rd, and I get to play with it. And if I get to play with it, I might as well share the experience with you. I picked the Lila palette for a specific reason, and that is because I have green eyes and pinks and purples and lilacs work beautifully with a contrasting color from cool to the green eyes that I have. Obviously, I'm not going to be putting the Lila palette on my eyes today. I have a look right now. If you're curious about what I have on my eyes, for the most part, it is the Metal Matte palette from KVD Vegan Beauty. It is a palette that I'm panning. If you want to see the latest update on my Pan That palette, I will put it there for you for your convenience. But today is this bad boy, and I'm really, really excited. I do have a few other larger palettes from Natasha Denona. One of them is the Metropolis. And so I'm very pleased to be able to play with another one of these larger palettes from the brand. So here is the outside packaging of the Lila palette. Purple and lime green are my favorite colors, so I'm very, very happy that I have a very pretty purple palette. And let's take a look together, because this is a momentous occasion. I have had this for months and I've kept my paws off it. It has taken superhuman resilience to not play with this early. Anyway, all right, so moving on, I'm just going to open up the palette. So there's a plastic on the mirror, which is a good thing. There's the usual Natasha Denona divider with the names on for the shadows. I'm not big on that, but I can definitely see that there's a way to cut that plastic off and get rid of it. And it has a total of 15 eyeshadows, most of which are more on the cooler side as far as what I am interested in. So this whole row, the column, I should say, this whole column, this set over here, quite nice. I do really like these two to work in with the purples and pinks. And this is a shifting purple to kind of a greenish khaki hue, it looks like. I guess I'll have to figure it out as I'm going along. And that's what swatches are for. So I'm going to be swatching this palette with you today, and I think that I'm going to go, just for ease of reference, in columns. So these three, these three, these three, these three, and so on. I don't think that I'm going to go with the names, because you know that I'm going in columns from left to right on the palette, and so it would be very easy to reference a color that you are particularly excited about that I'm going to swatch. Hopefully that makes sense. And 15 shadows means I only need one forearm. So I will be using this forearm to show you all 15 in order, as I said, column by column based on the palette from left to right. This is big. This I've been waiting for months, like I said, and I can't believe it's here now. It's just, it feels surreal. You know how something feels so far away, so out of reach, and all of a sudden it's available to us and we don't know what to do with ourselves? That's where I'm at right now. The birthday girl is confused. But she's going to come out of her confusion because we're swatching this thing. And so the taupey column is what I'm going to start with, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to be using these 3 fingers to swatch, and like I said, this forearm to capture all the goodness. And while I'm swatching, please take note of your favorite colors in the swatches, because I'm going to be asking you to comment on which ones you want to see on these papers first. Especially if you have green or blue eyes, you may really want to have a specific combination. And of course, if you have brown or hazel eyes, you may also have some other combinations that you're interested in. I would just love to hear which ones strike your fancy, and if you're so inclined, to tell me why in the comments. All right, so excited, so excited. All right, so you know where I'm going, here to here, 5 sets of 3 swatches, and I'm just gonna zip it and let's get to swatching. Oh, and I should mention, this is something I don't usually do on this channel, but this is my birthday cake. I'm having a glass of wine. So as I'm swatching, I'm enjoying a glass of wine, a South African red, and it's just making my evening, because I'm all on my own here today and just wanted a little treat without wanting to finish a whole cake, right? So anyway, quick sip and we're going to swatch. Very tasty. Okay, as I said, starting with these 3, so I'll swatch those right away. And I do double swatch when I do create swatches with a palette. And these are picking up beautifully. So here are the first 3, that kind of taupey column. And let's take a look. Oh yeah, oh boy, that is a very nice matte. It was a bit crumbly, but that is a beautiful base for a look. Seriously, very nice. And that has a little bit of a sheen to it. And third, that's, oh yeah, very nice. Cream with a little hint of pink is what I seem to be seeing on that one. So that's the first 3 swatches. Hopefully you can see the contrast there. And I'm going to just double swatch. And I'm always a fan of showing the fingers. Okay, back to the palette. So this finger, this matte, it's a very, very smooth, very finely milled matte. And I'm hoping that it's going to build, oh yeah, look at that. Bit of a white base in there, and it's quite fetching. It's going to look so good. And it has a purple undertone. I hope you can see that. This one is kind of a, it's like a chocolatey satin. And then back to this light color that has a beautiful kind of pink sheen to it. Hopefully the camera's doing it justice. So there are the first 3 colors. I'm really happy, and the fingers, just in case that makes a difference for you, because the curvature of the fingers sometimes helps us see a little bit what it might look like on the eye. As far as my preference, I do like to see the fingertips more so than the flat swatches, but we're all different as far as what our preferences are. Okay, so the first column is done, and now we're getting into this one, which I'm so excited about. And in the viewfinder, this looks very blue, but it doesn't in person. And it's very purple, so it's interesting that the viewfinder is showing it as blue. But anyway, this is the column that I'm going to be attacking next. Relishing next, maybe is a better term, because the purples and pinks are really what got me attracted to this palette. And they seem to be quite tacky, which is a very good thing. Okay, so here we go, the next 3 colors. That is quite pretty. And next, and I'm not going with the names because it's 15 shadows, it's not a huge amount, so column to column we can keep things straight. That has a heck of a punch. Wow. A definite blue base on that one. And this one, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, that is beautiful. That and that is going to be a match made in heaven. Wow. Wow, and look at the fingers. Just look at that. That is what gets me excited. Holy crow. Wow. Okay, going in for a second swatch. So excited I'm already reaching for the palette as I'm talking to you. Whoops. Man, that third one, it's so much a type of shadow that I like. That is so exciting. So we've got the pinky iridescent one. We've got that beautiful, well, like a royal purple is what it makes me think of. And then this one is a no-brainer. Love this type of two hue shadow. That it's so beautiful. So beautiful. I can already see very bold looks, very subtle looks. I mean, you take this one and this one together, that would make a very pretty kind of boudoir look. And but I have to say, this second column, that is why I got the palette, guys. That is just gorgeous. So beautiful. So beautiful. Yeah, I went for something very, very plain on my eyes today, but boy, playing with the Lila palette's sure going to change that. Okay, and the shadows come off pretty easily off the hand, so that's good. Don't have to hurt my fingers cleaning off for the next set. Speaking of, we're right in the middle of the palette now. It is the center column that I'll be swatching, so let me show you. And this one is kind of neat. It's a column that has the goodness of the purples and some of the nice aspects of neutrals. So that is a beautiful column to be going into. And I do like browns. I don't like browns that are too orangey. And this palette really only has one that pulls a little bit more to the lighter brown, so I'm happy with that. So these are the three, so that's as orange as it gets in this palette, which makes me quite happy. I'm not as big on warm browns as I am on cooler browns, so I'm happy that there aren't too many of these. That is pretty, very pretty. So there's some very feminine colors in here as well as some richer tones. Speaking of richer tones, I almost stopped talking. It's so nice. Look at that all over the lid. Are you kidding me? Look at that. That is gorgeous. Oh. And it has some orange in it, but the copper is kind of a secondary to the pink or fuchsia. It's really, really nice. Okay, I'm going to dip into these three again. Look at the effect. Whoo! This is a lovely birthday present. I'm so happy. And you know what? Waiting, there's something just beautiful about waiting for a special occasion, and this is definitely a special occasion. I'm so happy to be sharing it with you. I'm really jazzed. Okay, so here we go. That one deepened nicely. It's almost like a little bit of a maroon in there. And this one is a hot pinky peach. That's all right. Very soft, edgy color, but somewhat soft still. And then this one, I want this all over my lid. Seriously, that is such a gorgeous color. And this one would definitely go so well together. Yeah, I feel very, very lucky right now. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3 columns, 2 columns to go. And let me show you the fingers again. That's so lovely. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Okay, as I wipe my fingers, and we've got, like I said, 2 more columns to go. And they are a bit more subdued. And that's okay because there are a lot of beautiful, punchy colors. I'm looking forward to this row. I think that this is going to be a very pretty, almost like boudoir kind of set of shadows. Actually, these last 2 columns fit that bill for me. And then this one I would just call an overall basic taupey column, but the last 2 I think are going to be really nice on the eye. Although I would like to kind of mix them sideways, matte and shimmer, but I'm just going to keep on with the columns so we can keep things straight. So one copper metallic color, more of a gold metallic color, and then a beautiful rust to green duochrome is what I'm seeing. Yep. So here are the three for the second last column. Look at that finger, that last one. Ha ha ha, I love that shift. I never get tired of that shift. Okay, so a lighter effect than the one two doors down. That is a nice peachy gold. And we have a third color here. That is the shifting green to rust, I guess, or salmon. So again, three beautiful colors there. So going in for a second swatch of those three beautiful colors. I like the organization of the colors in this palette. I think it was a good job. Sometimes I don't understand the rationale for where colors are located, but in this one I definitely do. That's good. It did a good job. Okay, I'm a definite enthusiast of that column, these three. I do like them. These are still favorites so far. I like these three. I really like this color. Pretty much all four of those I like. Yeah, they're very nicely curated. So that is what you just saw. I'm very happy with those. So we are now going for the last column, which I will show you before I start swatching. But yeah, I'm going to have a lot of fun with this palette. And we're going back, so we did a very kind of neutral column here to begin with, and we're going to finish with another relatively neutral type of column at the end. And I didn't bother with the names. I think the colors are specific enough, and the fact that you can follow by threes, you could definitely figure out which shadow any given one is. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I love this. For a neutral look, you've got everything you need. That is beautiful. Okay, hopefully I have enough room. So we have this brown shade. Definite matte. And another matte, I believe. Yeah. Oh, I love this kind of a color. That type of color I can hit pan very easily. Sorry for the swatches, they're a little bit rough now. So I'm right on my elbow. Oh gosh. There we go. Okay, I need to go back in one more time. That's such a beautiful trio. This is better than birthday cake, truly. Ah, so good. So good. Okay, again, so that's my second pass. A bit rough on the last three, but the colors are still there. We can see what's going on. And the really shiny one right on the elbow. Okay, so that is the whole of the swatching. And the elbow really takes the cake, doesn't it? Ah, man, and the three. So I'm just going to wipe my fingers off, and then I just want to review the colors with you and give you my impressions now that I can see all of the colors in one fell swoop, as you can through the video, obviously. Okay, it's itchy nose. Now, I'm just going to really do this and take a look. Just evaluate it very closely. Okay. Well, this set of 5 at the end here makes life really easy. A couple of mattes and 3 more shiny, type of metallic colors, that is a really easy part of the palette to have a look that's always going to look great no matter what. I do really am partial to cool colors being in the palette. I do find that cool colors, at least for me, work really well, and I like to have those as anchors. So this one I was very excited about when I first swatched it. So this one, I also like this one and this one. These do pull a little bit warmer, but still quite nice. I do like to have a very nice kind of shimmer color that can lighten up any kind of look. So I'm pleased that this is in the palette as well. And a big reason that I wanted the Lila palette is the purples and pinks, and therefore I'm very happy with this one, this one. This one I'm still getting used to because it's a little bit bluer than I thought it would be, but I think I can definitely work with it. This type of color I absolutely love. And then all of these will bring out the green in my eyes, so I'm very happy with those, as well as this one at the end. So there's really no bad shadow. I think I just need to figure out how I use this one because there's royal purple in it, but there's a very strong blue base, and maybe I have a way of deepening up underneath that shadow to kind of subdue the very blue base of this one, but I could be wrong. It could be that once it's over another shadow that kind of gets that nullified a little bit. Overall, I don't have any regrets in getting the palette. I think that there's a good balance of browns, there's a good balance of colors, colorful shadows, enough to do some very, very different looks. So I'm quite pleased with it. And if you have some requests for a first impressions for the palette, if you have some preferred shades, if you want to go from 1 to 15, and let me know which shadow or shadows that you are most interested in. Yeah, my pull right now, I'm pulled to this one. I'm definitely pulled to this one. These guys are no-brainers. I like them. This one I'm quite partial to as well. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now. I like the feel of the shadows, and I do think that they're going to be relatively easy to use. So that is my swatches video for the Lila palette. My first attempt to play with the shadows from the palette on my birthday. So I hope you enjoyed this little swatch fest. Like I said, let me know what you think. I always am curious to hear what you think of palettes or products that I add to my collection. And yeah, I've got a few other things that I am wanting to show you on this channel. I've got some empties, an empties video coming. I also have an unboxing video coming of a couple of months actually of miscellaneous purchases, mostly through Sephora, that I wanted to show you. I've been very selective, but I definitely have some unboxing to do. Yeah, empties, unboxing, and also an update on my no-buy reduced purchasing, because believe it or not, yes, I'm going to do an unboxing, but it's also a very reasonable unboxing. So one video for Sephora products and another video for Shoppers Drug Mart products. I want to show you a video of how I navigate offers at Shoppers Drug Mart and get a whole lot of product for little money, and what I look for when I'm being opportunistic at Shoppers. I have a list of a wish list of items, and when they are available, I like to go after them. So I want to do a video on that. I'll stop talking. I think I've done enough today on things that have nothing to do with this swatches video. Again, let me know what you think of the Lila palette. Do you think it was a decent purchase for me, or would you have suggested a different palette? I'd be just curious to hear what you have to say. And yeah, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, as always, take care.